Why nothing is confirmed about Princess Leonor and Prince Christian for months and even years? The same question has continued to spread across social media. Are Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark secretly dating? Every new photograph, every royal ceremony, every international gathering, the speculation starts all over again. Some headlines confidently claim there's a hidden romance. Others insist that an announcement is just around the corner. But despite countless videos, articles, and online discussions, one fact remains unchanged. Nothing has been confirmed. So why is that? Is there really a secret being kept from the public? Or is the truth much simpler than the internet wants to believe? Today, we're separating fact from fiction as we explore why nothing has been confirmed about Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, and why that answer tells us just as much about modern royal life as it does about the two young heirs themselves. If you enjoy thoughtful royal documentaries, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, let's begin. Two future monarchs under constant attention. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian have something very few young people in the world share. Both were born into lives of extraordinary responsibility. From childhood, they have known that one day they may sit on their country's throne. Every speech, every public appearance, every smile, every photograph is examined by millions of people. Unlike celebrities, they didn't choose this level of public attention. It came with the crowns they may one day inherit. That constant attention creates an unusual situation. Even the smallest interaction between two young royals can quickly become international news. A simple greeting becomes a headline. A shared laugh becomes a rumor. A photograph taken from one angle can spark thousands of online theories. That's exactly what has happened with Leonor and Christian. Where did the rumors begin? Interestingly, the rumors didn't begin with either royal family. They began with public curiosity. Whenever Europe's royal families gather for events such as jubilees, state occasions, or celebrations, younger royals naturally meet one another. They're part of the same international royal community. Photographers capture hundreds of images. Most show nothing unusual. Yet sometimes a single picture gains enormous attention online. A smile, eye contact, standing near each other. Suddenly, social media begins telling a story that the photograph itself never proves. Within hours, fan pages create videos. Blogs repeat the claims. Headlines become increasingly dramatic. Before long, many people begin asking the same question. Why haven't they confirmed it? But that question assumes something important. It assumes there is actually something to confirm. And that's where fact and speculation begin to separate. What is actually confirmed? Let's focus on what is publicly known. Princess Leonor has devoted much of the past few years to military training and preparing for her future role as Spain's queen. Prince Christian has also entered military service while gradually taking on greater royal responsibilities in Denmark. Both continue to represent their countries during official engagements. Both are admired by many royal observers. Both occasionally attend international events attended by members of Europe's royal families. Those facts are confirmed. What has not been confirmed is any romantic relationship between them. Neither royal household has announced one. Neither Leonor nor Christian has publicly spoken about dating each other. No reliable evidence has established that they are a couple. That doesn't prove they are or aren't friends. It simply means that public claims of a romance remain unsupported. Why royal households rarely respond to rumors? One question often puzzles royal fans. If the rumors aren't true, why don't the palaces deny them? The answer is surprisingly simple. Royal households rarely respond to personal gossip. If they answered every rumor circulating online, they would spend much of their time addressing speculation instead of carrying out official duties. Silence is often their standard approach. That silence should not automatically be interpreted as confirmation. More often, it reflects a long-standing royal practice of protecting privacy and refusing to give extra attention to rumors. As a result, speculation can continue for months or even years without any official comment. And that silence sometimes encourages even more theories. In the next chapter, we'll look at how social media transforms ordinary royal moments into worldwide rumors, why people are so eager to imagine a romance between Leonor and Christian, and what history tells us about these kinds of stories. How social media turned a rumor into a worldwide story. If this story had happened 30 years ago, it probably wouldn't have lasted very long. A newspaper might have published a photograph. A magazine might have wondered whether two young royals enjoyed talking to one another. Then the story would have faded. Today, things work very differently. One photograph posted online can be viewed millions of times within hours. A short video with dramatic music and captions like "It's finally happening" or "The palace doesn't want you to know" can spread across multiple platforms before anyone checks whether the claims are actually true. That's how many rumors involving Princess Leonor and Prince Christian have grown. The photos themselves are real. The events are real. But the stories built around them often rely on assumptions rather than evidence. Someone notices that they're standing near each other. Another person adds romantic music. A third account claims they exchanged secret looks. Soon, the original image is no longer the focus. Instead, the speculation becomes the story. Why people want the rumor to be true? There is another reason these stories continue. People love royal romances. History is filled with famous royal love stories that captured the world's imagination. When a prince or princess finds love, millions of people become emotionally invested. It feels like a real-life fairy tale. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian seem to fit that picture. They are both young. They are both future monarchs. They both carry enormous responsibility. From a distance, many people imagine they must have a special understanding of one another's lives. That idea is appealing. But sharing similar experiences does not automatically mean two people are in a romantic relationship. Sometimes, people simply see the story they hope to see. Living under constant observation, imagine knowing that every time you attend an official event, hundreds of cameras are pointed in your direction. Every smile is analyzed. Every conversation is discussed online. Every gesture is slowed down and replayed. That's the reality for many young royals. For Leonor and Christian, even ordinary moments can become international headlines. If they happen to stand beside each other during a reception, people ask why. If they laugh during a conversation, others wonder what was said. If they don't interact at all, some claim they're deliberately avoiding attention. In other words, almost any situation can become the basis for a new theory. That's one of the challenges of modern royal life. Being constantly watched means ordinary human interactions can quickly take on meanings they were never intended to have. Why privacy still matters. Although members of royal families serve the public, they are still entitled to aspects of a private life. That balance can be difficult. The public has a legitimate interest in official duties, state visits, ceremonies, and constitutional responsibilities. Personal relationships, however, are different. Unless a royal chooses to speak publicly or an official announcement is made, those matters generally remain private. This approach is not unique to Spain or Denmark. Many royal households follow the same principle. They announce engagements, marriages, or other significant milestones when the time is right. Until then, they rarely comment on speculation. That policy protects not only the institution but also the individuals involved. For young heirs like Leonor and Christian, it allows them to continue their education, military service, and public duties without feeling pressured to respond to every rumor circulating online. The difference between curiosity and evidence: it's natural to be curious. Royal families have fascinated people for centuries. Questions about their future, friendships, and personal lives are nothing new. But curiosity is not the same as evidence. A responsible approach is to separate what has been verified from what has merely been suggested. In the case of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, the verified facts are clear. Both are preparing for future leadership. Both continue to fulfill important royal responsibilities. Both occasionally appear at international royal events. Everything beyond that should be treated carefully unless supported by credible evidence. As viewers, it's worth asking a simple question whenever a dramatic headline appears: does this claim come with proof or just speculation? That question often makes the difference between reliable reporting and viral storytelling. In the next chapter, we'll examine what the future could realistically hold for Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, why royal announcements follow strict traditions, and whether the public is likely to receive answers anytime soon.